Welcome to this webinar, Dig into Gardening. Planting a garden delivers an abundance of mental and physical health benefits, and I can't wait to share them with you today. I'm Jennifer Netherby, Wellness Coordinator at Pinnacle Health Management. More generations of Americans are gardening. An estimated 18.3 million people, mostly millennials, became gardeners during the COVID pandemic. That represents a 16% increase in the number of Americans who garden. And those increases were seen in particular among people in Gen Z and the millennial generations. The majority of Americans, 55%, consider themselves gardeners, and more than a third of them grow fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Gardens can be a rewarding way to supplement produce that we get at the grocery store or the farmer's market, but the benefits go beyond what our gardens produce. Gardening improves our health and well-being. A broad study of gardeners in the UK found that the benefits of gardening were similar to the health and well-being benefits of living in wealthy areas versus poorer areas with less access to natural resources. Health benefits were found even if people were simply spending time relaxing in their garden. And those findings were mirrored research showing people who live near greenery are healthier, pointing to the importance of time and nature for our health. Some doctors and therapists have even started prescribing gardening for improved well-being. Gardening also can improve mood and mental health. Numerous studies have shown it can reduce depression, lower anxiety, lessen stress, and even provide greater overall life satisfaction. It works as a natural antidepressant. By literally getting our hands dirty in the garden, we touch soil that contains bacteria that triggers the release of mood-boosting serotonin in the brain. Gardeners also can experience a surge of dopamine when they harvest their garden. It's been dubbed a harvesting high. Gardening also can improve our sleep. By spending time in the garden in the morning, it exposes you to the full spectrum of sunlight, which can help you fall asleep faster at night and experience a better quality of sleep. Gardening can improve physical health. The act of gardening increases physical activity, which has been shown to lower BMI. Gardening has been shown to promote healthy behaviors, including increased movement, healthier eating, and lowered stress levels, which can lead to better health outcomes. One study of community gardeners found that over a 2-year period, the new gardeners had a lower risk of cancer and chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Gardening can improve our eating habits and even our nutritional intake. Soil containing healthy bacteria that supports a diverse gut microbiome and a healthy skin microbiome, which we are exposed to when we garden, it's been shown to improve immune function, which can lower the risk of immune-related diseases such as allergies and asthma. Growing fruits and vegetables has been shown to encourage healthier eating, even among kids. And new gardeners were shown to increase their intake of fiber by 7 grams. Gardening can improve our social connections. Community gardeners in particular experience stronger social bonds through gardening with others and experience a lower sense of social isolation. You don't have to spend all day in the garden to reap these benefits. As little as 20 to 30 minutes several days a week has been shown to improve health. For those of you new to gardening, we've got some tips to get you started. So now you're ready to plan your garden. Things you want to consider. What do you want to grow? Where will your garden be? What local gardening resources you might be able to turn to for help, and whether you want to plant an organic versus a conventional garden. So you'll want to start by considering where you'll plant your garden, and in some ways you're going to be limited by where you live. Some of the options are in-ground garden beds. This is a less costly option, but it will depend on the quality of soil in your yard. Raised garden beds are an easier option for beginners because you can choose the soil that you use. Container gardens are a convenient option for apartment living or small spaces. And also consider community gardens. This is a low-cost option for beginners that puts you in connection with other gardeners, which can be a great resource when you're just starting. Once you've figured out where you'll plant your garden, you want to spend a day observing how the sun hits your garden space. So you can go out every few hours and see how the sun is hitting it. You want to do this after the spring equinox for your summer garden because the winter sun is going to hit differently in that area. So plants that need full sun, that's going to be 6 to 8 hours of sun a day hitting that garden space. Partial sun is 4 to 6 hours a day of sun hitting directly on that garden space. And shaded is considered less than 4 hours of sun. So knowing how much sun your garden space gets will help you determine which plants will thrive in this location. Now you can consider what you will grow. So here are some of the easiest plants to grow in most climates. Tomatoes. If you're choosing tomatoes, you might want to start with faster growing starters, particularly if you live in an area with a shorter growing season. Lettuces are fast growing and they require little maintenance. Radishes are also fast growing. They do best when they're planted directly in the ground. Zucchinis deliver an abundant harvest. Cucumbers are fast growing and they do great in hotter climates. Herbs like basil, dill, mint, rosemary, sage, thyme are usually easy to start with, easy to grow. You can consider your USDA plant hardiness zone, which will help you to determine which plants are most likely to thrive in your climate. Next, you'll want to consider whether you're going to grow from seeds or starters. Seeds take longer to grow, but they can save money. Starters are an easy way to get a head start on growing, especially for tomatoes and other plants that take longer to grow. You can also do a mix of seeds and starters. And then, should you choose organic? So gardening with organic soil and plants can support soil health and biodiversity by supporting local pollinators like bees and insects. It can be a more expensive way to garden at the start, but over time it's less expensive. As a new gardener, you're likely to have questions. These are some great places to find answers. Your local garden nurseries, they often have knowledgeable sales staff. They send out helpful newsletters and resources sometimes, and some even offer classes. Another place is local botanical gardens. They also offer classes for new gardeners, often with a focus of what grows best in the area where you live. They may even offer local plant sales. Local colleges and universities may have community classes and resources on local gardening conditions. Some will even test your soil for you. And the other thing you can look for in your local community are plant swaps. Sometimes libraries will offer these or other community events. For those of you who are more experienced gardeners, we've got some tips to help you grow your garden beyond the first year. Once you're planting more than a few plants, you want to start to really plan your garden, and online and print garden planners can be a big help. They can help you get the best use out of your garden space by determining how far apart things need to be planted and how deep. They can also allow you to track progress of different plants. This can keep you on track with watering schedules and help you see which plants thrive in your garden. They can also help you reduce waste. You can use your planner to reflect on what worked well and what didn't in future years. Once you've had a season under your belt and you've gotten some confidence that you can grow things, it can be fun to try planting different varieties of fruits and vegetables. or even focusing on native plants. This has been a trend in gardening over the last 5 years. Native plants can help restore local ecosystems through supporting native species like butterflies and bees, and even improving soil health. They also use less water and less fertilizer. Native fruit trees are another trend. You could try growing a native fruit tree in your area. And finally, you can try sharing your harvest. So, one of the most rewarding things about gardening is sharing from the abundance of what you've grown. That might be sharing extras from your harvest with neighbors and friends. That could be sharing plant starters at a local plant swap, or maybe it's sharing your gardening wisdom with new gardeners. And finally, we'll leave you with these words from Audrey Hepburn: to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Thank you for your time. If you have questions or want more information, you can reach us at the phone number or email on your screen. We wish you happy gardening in the season ahead.